Welcome to Jamaica House and our first virtual town hall for the year. This is really your opportunity to get a chance to ask the burning questions on the burning issues that you have. And I have assembled here today some support. I have with me the Minister of Science, Energy and Technology, Dr. Andrew Wheatley, and our newly minted Member of Parliament, Nigel Clark. The real challenge with agriculture is resilience. And so the government is now focusing on how we can build resilience in agriculture. And that is something that I have given directions to the Minister of Agriculture to do the necessary work and develop the necessary policies around. The Minister of Agriculture will have a substantial presentation to make in the sectoral debate, so I would encourage you to listen.
I think that it would be a great opportunity for medium and large entities to support small farmers in terms of facilitating storage space by renting sections of their facilities to farmers with the support of the GOJ.
A government that is constrained in terms of resources, it wouldn't make sense for the government to take its capital to put storage facilities in place. The idea would be to do one of the two I just mentioned, either to incentivize it happening or through moral suasion to get private sector actors to do that.
You would have heard about what we intend to do in Morant Bay, what we're going to be doing in Falmouth. There are other plans for Ocho Rios and Negril. And essentially, what we have found in examining these rural townships is that they have outgrown the physical infrastructure and planning that was initially laid for them. What we have to do is literally build in proximity to those towns new town centers, purpose-built, well-planned for smart city, green technology, and for easy access and traffic. And that we have 3 projects now on stream to do that. The policy of this government, and certainly what I stand for, is that public resources, taxpayers' money, should never be distributed on partisan political consideration.
The digital economy is critical for Jamaica to actually remain relevant in today's world. ICT is a critical pillar for economic growth and development, and as such, we have embarked on a number of initiatives geared towards that. You will have seen where the government itself, we have moved to a more inclusive approach as relates to communicating with our citizens. In fact, all government websites are now 0 rated, all 256 government websites. We started a program, Top 1000 Technology Advancement Program, that seeks to train and employ some 1,000 young persons between the ages of 18 to 35, where they'll be trained in ICT. And in that process, they will also contribute to nation building through the digitization of government documents. And so, as part of that program, they will also get certification from the Caribbean Maritime University. So it is a holistic approach that we are taking here as relates to creating that knowledge-based society, as relates to creating employment opportunities and giving our young people real work experience, and also giving them the necessary certification.
I have been of the belief that the government, the present one and even previous administrations, have treated the crime problem in Jamaica from a symptom point of view.
The crime fighting plan and strategy of this government is not just relying on the police, and it is not just relying on the usual strategies that are employed in fighting crime. We are using other methods. We are expanding partnerships in crime fighting, and we are taking a whole of government approach. The results won't come overnight, but I am absolutely confident that the strategies that we are putting in place will yield the desired result. The government has to remain focused. The government has to be resolute. The government has to keep the public support, and the government has to find ways to provide the resources.
Are there any plans in the future that could see both political parties collaborating more and fusing together in solving Jamaica's issues once and for all?
We have now resumed the Vale Royal talks, which started back in the 2000s, which brought the two political parties together to discuss critical national issues and to come to some consensus. I've restarted that, and next month we will have our first meeting of the two political parties. So we are hoping that we can build a consensus on the way forward on critical national issues, which include some constitutional issues. But I'm also hoping that we could get consensus on policies, specifically on national security and on growth policies. Those are really policies that would have to be reviewed not just by Customs, but by the Ministry of Finance and the Ministry of Industry and Commerce, having to do with our duty and valuation regime. And I think it has come to the level where those things would have to be reviewed. So my short answer is yes. One of the reasons why we moved from direct to indirect taxes is that it is an easier tax to collect than having to go individually, specifically to collect from each point. We have seen an increase in our tax revenues.